Okay, I think I'm streaming. Let's give this a try. I'm not doing anything new, but I was struggling with technical difficulties before stream started. So, alright, let me make sure my audio is working, because that is how this works. uh, let me increase my volume here. Alright, let me make sure I can hear my own voice. This is good. How this works. Alright, okay, cool. That is good news. Um, alright, let's do this. Whoops. As on busy Twitch day. Yeah, I've been doing some stuff on Twitch. Or at least just exploring some things. Anyway, how's it going, Bert? Welcome in. How's it going? How's your weekend? How is everything? Yeah, I made some new commands. I turned off an old command. I looked at overlays. I wanted to maybe have a new one, but then I was like, maybe I should stream Slay the Spire. And then I had technical difficulties, and then I didn't know what else to do. I'm like, it's too late to run a Spire right now. I'm just gonna do magic. Probably wouldn't be that big a deal if I streamed more often, but I'm a little bit bummed because I don't get to stream that often. Let's see, I'm doing all right. I've been watching Glastonbury videos. Lots of good performances. Awesome. That's cool. I'm not familiar. Is that like an annual, um, I would assume like concert series? Is that? I'm not entirely sure. Let me know what that is all about. Yeah, it's a big music festival in England. Okay, all right, cool, awesome. I did not know. I don't. So a lot of my music is Asian music. So Charlie's Beats, welcome in. Kind of like Coachella, but better. Oh, okay. I mean, to be fair, I'm not really the target demographic for Coachella either. It was kind of big news when there were K-pop bands at Coachella, but there was only like one act, so I'm like, eh. But anyway, I'm gonna feel left out if I don't do the eyes. There we go. Hey Charlie, how's it going? Welcome in. How are you doing? How's your weekend? I've had a decent weekend. I jumped in the pool every day this weekend, so that was good. Bert says, Michael J. Fox was a surprise guest during Coldplay set. What? That's awesome. That's so cool. Not only do I know who Michael J. Fox is, I also know who Coldplay is. Charlie says, we had family stay the week and they left today. Oh, okay. So maybe sad to see them go, but happy that you can now relax, kind of, kind of deal. Yeah, I have my mom coming into town next weekend, so there's a strong possibility that I'm not going to stream next weekend. I think I had alluded to this like prior, but now it's going to be like next week, next weekend. So they said Back to the Future was the reason Coldplay's a band. What? That's so cool! I did not know that. Any additional details, or was it just like, hey, the guys went to a movie together and happened to be Back to the Future, and then they talked after the movie, and if it wasn't for that movie, they wouldn't have got together and talked, and then they formed the band. Is it like that simple? Like, yeah. So my mom's coming to town because my kid is turning 3, and so her birthday party is next weekend, and so yeah, that's the big reason. Not sure. They didn't elaborate. Oh, okay. That's gonna be. You know what? I'm gonna put that into research notes because I'm curious. No, I may not actually research it, but it'll be here. So one day when I can go back to investigate all the mysteries. All right. Back to the Future. Inspiration for Coldplay. The band? Question mark. Okay. That is because that is an interesting enough thing. I would be curious to know. Let's see. I'm just gonna open a deck and shuffle. I am not warmed up at all. I was dealing with tech issues before this and thinking about playing a video game, so I'm certainly not ready to do any magic tricks. Yeah, so yeah, it's been an interesting week. I had Monday through Wednesday work, and then I had Thursday off because Independence Day, and then I had a half day on Friday, which I ended up working more than half of the day anyway, because I'm in the middle of a project that should have gotten wrapped up, but we're starting the new quarter. Like we started the new quarter technically, like a few days ago, but still wrapping up last quarter's projects. Haven't even started this quarter's projects yet at work. So, and this quarter I have a lot of time off because I'm going to be going to Gen Con next month. So, a strong possibility I'll be canceling the stream after I get back from Gen Con. I anticipate driving back on the Sunday. I think it's like the first one in August. Yeah, August 4th, I think. And so that one, chances are I'm not streaming. High probability. Yeah, so I thought I'd change my setup so that I could make it a little bit easier on myself to do some easy, like, hook up and go, like, kind of things. Because I have one laptop, but it's like my master laptop. I do everything with it. All my personal stuff, streaming, video gaming. But I move it between floors and rooms. So like when I'm down here, this is my stream setup. When I'm upstairs, I could be in the living room, I could be in the kitchen, it could be in the dining room, kind of thing. So when I move around, but uh, I have a USB hub down here, and it's so weird because when I hook up my monitor, my USB monitor to the hub, my mouse and keyboard stopped working. I think this was actually related to why I was having mouse and keyboard issues the last couple of times, and I'm only using the extra monitor when I'm playing video games, which is the reason why it hasn't presented itself here when I'm doing Magic, because I don't have another computer hooked, another monitor hooked up when I'm basically doing this. Like this is just one computer, two webcams. Um, but when I hook up the other monitor, for some reason, um, I lose my USB mouse and keyboard connection. And I'm like, what? This should not happen. Hook up and go sounds like an interesting trick name. Hook up and go also sounds like a very terrible app name. Oh, man. All right, Charlie, I'm going to have to make a note of that. For two reasons. One, for the trick. Two, for the horrible joke I just made. Um, let's see. Hook up and go. All right, there we go. All right. Okay. All right. That's noted. Yeah. So I don't know. And then okay. So here's the thing. It's so weird. I have 12 USB slots on this hub, and I was like, let me just see if I just reduce the number of them. Like it should handle. It should be able to handle all 12 being loaded with things. Um, so then I just started taking them one at a time, and then I was like, "Huh, it's working now." And then I turned them back on. It's like it's not working now. What's going on? And it was because the monitor was plugged in, and then I don't know what I did. I swapped the positions. You wouldn't think that the position of the USB. Now the thing is, it's getting separate power from being plugged in through AC, but I don't know. Like So I moved the monitor to be in the first slot, which is where the mouse and keyboard slot was, and then I moved the keyboard and mouse slot down below it, and now everything's working. And like, why? Why does this work? This should not work. This should not be a thing. Oh my god. My problem is usually bus bandwidth. Okay. Yeah, if I'm using a lot so here's my question. If the bus bandwidth is a problem, then why would it be an issue when all four are plugged in and I swap the order and it works? Because the bandwidth should be shared unless the position of it, but they're all marked USB 3, so I don't understand. The bandwidth should be fine. I started moving to USB 3. Yeah, I have all USB 3 slots, so yeah. Yeah, and I think all my devices. Oh wait, actually, are all my devices USB 3? That's a good question. All right, I'll have to look into that. So, all right. Anyway, I should probably warm up with something. I've just been a chatterbox since I got on, but sorry, I had to complain about my thing. All right, let's see here. I want to try out a new trick, so this is going to be an off menu. I have no idea if it's going to work kind of thing, but I don't think there's that many people here yet. So USB 2 devices will only take 480 megabits per second of bandwidth. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll have to see. I have 5 devices plugged in right now. It's 4 because I turned off the monitor. But okay, all right. I will have to see. I'll have to see. It wasn't an issue for this part of the stream, but for video gaming, because I was like, maybe I want a video game tonight, and it's like, and stream it. Okay, all right. Let's see. How did I do this? I'm gonna do some new experimental thing. This is not only a warm up; it's also the first trick. So okay, let's see. We have 4 kings, and I'm gonna leave the 4 kings over here. I'm gonna need 2 selections and the box. I'm gonna show you that the Twitch box is empty. And I'm gonna have the first selection just be this, the 7 of diamonds. So let's go ahead and place the 7 of diamonds here into the box. So let me see, 70. Okay. In the box. Next, if there was a spectator, they could select any card for the purposes. It doesn't really matter too much, so this can be the card. Ace of clubs, and we'll lose the ace of clubs back into the middle of the deck. Okay. And then we have the kings here. And what I will do is, let's see, how do I want to do this? Very carefully. I haven't even thought of anything interesting to say here. Okay, so we have the 4 kings, and what I want to do is, let me take the 2 red kings out, and I'll place them right here. I'll take the 2 black kings, and I want to place them into the box. And so, actually, I want to put the black kings face to face. And so, here we have one black king, And then here we have the other black king. And then I'm going to place the black kings into the box. Oh yeah, I forgot to put what the other selection was. It was ace of clubs. Just so we don't forget. Mostly for me. Okay, so one would expect that now we have the two black kings in the box with the 7 of diamonds. The ace of clubs is here in the deck, and the 2 red kings are right here. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and use the 2 red kings and try and grab that ace of clubs from the middle of the deck. Like this. I don't know if you could tell, but they just swiped one. And here, if I show you the card that they swiped, it should be the ace of clubs. No, that's correct. Okay. And then in here is indeed the 7 of diamonds. Is that right? Yeah, that's what happened. That's not what I wanted to happen. I've been summoned! Yeah, alchemy mutation, you've been summoned. There it is, ace of clubs. There you are. I was attempting to do a trick. It's not technically incorrect. That's not exactly how I wanted it to go. Let me try that again. But yeah, we'll use alchemy mutation again because why not? But we will need another card selected. So, all right. Okay, here we go. 4 kings. We have King of Hearts, King of Diamonds, King of Clubs, King of Spades. And then we'll just leave the kings over there. We're going to go ahead and take the ace of clubs. We're going to put that into the box, which is empty. Okay, we're going to need another card selected. Doesn't matter really too much what it is. If this is 7 of diamonds. Okay, 4 of clubs. All right, let's remember this time. All right, so we have ace of clubs. Then we have 4 of clubs. Okay, all right. There we go. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put that into the middle of the deck. There. Okay. Now we have the 4 kings. And what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab, let me see here. Let me grab the 2 red kings. I'll leave them right there. I'll grab the 2 black kings, but I actually want to turn, I want to have them face to face. So here we have the 1 black king there, and then here we have the other black king there. Okay, there we go. I'm going to place these into the box. So now we should have the 2 black kings in the box with the ace of clubs. And then we have the 2 red kings out here. And then we have the 4 of clubs here in the deck. So now we're going to try that again. I'm going to go ahead and grab the 4 of clubs from the deck like this. And then, so far the trick basically looks the same, right? Almost virtually identical. However, there's a big difference between this trick, the way that I did it this time, and last time. Because last time, the card that was in the deck, we expected to be in the deck, and we successfully grabbed it. This time, I grabbed it from the deck, but it actually turns out that it is the ace of clubs which we thought was in the box. But now, if we take the cards from in the box and I show you, the two black kings do have a card in here, but there's no way that it should be the four of clubs, right? Because there it is. Okay, all right, there it is. That is much better. Um, that's what I expected to happen, because otherwise it's not that impressive. If the card that you thought I put in the box is actually in the box, then there's really no magic. It was just there. Okay, all right. That was a good practice run rehearsal, so there we go. We'll call that a nice run. Let's see here. Okay. Oh yeah, let me double check and see what the boss tricks are. Alright, in other news, if anybody enjoys video games, SGDQ, Summer Games Done Quick, just wrapped up last night. I actually didn't realize it was going on until middle of the week. But I haven't even watched any runs because I forgot. I didn't realize it was going on. So I saw like, what did I watch? I watched like a little bit of Super Metroid last night while it was going on, and then that was basically it. So there's a couple of interesting runs I want to go back, but if anybody is wondering how much was raised, 2.5 million was raised for Doctors Without Borders. So that was good. Okay, let me make sure I know what my boss tricks are. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's too difficult for me to watch all those exploited bugs. Oh, my sympathies. I mean, yes, I know you're a game developer, but I mean, look, some of them were. I mean, how often are they playing? Like, I don't know. I guess we have to look back through the library. There have probably been runs of games that you probably worked on. Now that I think about it. But hey, don't feel bad. It's okay. They all have them. And honestly, there are some games in which some categories they don't use bugs at all, like glitchless, right? So yeah, I did buy a bunch of games from the Steam Summer Sale, including what was the one? It was called The Cave. I was listening or I was reading chat in Bert's stream, and somebody mentioned, "Hey, my friend has The Cave on their list." Was that Pinecone? Pinecone's friend, right? But then Bert described the game to me, and I was like, "Oh, I should get that game." So I will get it, and then maybe one day I will stream it. Not today. Obviously not today because I had tech issues today, but um, probably I was actually hoping maybe later this year because my kid is starting to sleep better at night. Uh, Fingers crossed. Hopefully she's turning 3 soon, so it's like maybe at 3 years old this will happen, and then I can stream kind of more regularly at night. But I did start a new game last night because I was like antsy to start a game last night, and then I beat it because apparently it only takes an hour to win. It was a narrative JRPG like game. It's called like a Bird's Paradise or something, but it was like a sequel to the Moon. Okay, let's see here. What other tricks have I been working on that I need to work on? Oh, there's actually one that was a trick from a long time ago that I wanted to kind of bring back. I'd been kind of practicing it a little bit more, but I haven't done it for a stream on camera. So let me see if I can do that. While there aren't that many people here, so I don't have to embarrass myself in front of too many people. Not like I would really care. I've embarrassed myself in front of way more people. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. No, that should be. I have to set up for this a little bit. I also have to remember how to do it. This is not like the most intuitive trick to set up for. I could refer to my spreadsheet, which is why I have my spreadsheet, but alright. Hold on, I'm just do a quick run through of this. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, actually. Okay, do this, do that. Boom. 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 Oh, I messed that up. Okay, good thing I ran through it. I can imagine this part being boring, but it is good that I have the pressure on, so. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Don't mind my horrible music. I kind of forget how to do this part. Let me see here. 2. 3. 3. 3. I am definitely messing this up. How did I do this? Alright, it's not 10:30 yet. It is 10:30. Oh, okay, now is normal stream time. So, alright. I'm gonna started doing this. Let me. Hold on. How can I? Wait. Wait for it. I'm so discombobulated today. There we go. Okay. Let me. Manually. Okay, there you go. It's like sometimes being a mod is easier than like than being a streamer. I forget what to do as a streamer like all the time. As a mod, it's like there's no pressure because I'm like not actually doing anything on the camera, right? Like 3, 4. But then, when it comes down to it, and you're like, hey, all right, so here's the thing that I'm doing there. Here's the thing that I'm doing there. Oh, I don't remember this part. Well, I guess I can't do this trick then if I don't remember how to do this one part. But I swear, once I get this part... Alright, hold on. Let me reverse engineer it in my head. Okay. Boom. 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 And then, oh, guys, I got it. Okay. Now if I can remember to do it during the performance. All right. Sorry. I got way too excited there. It's kind of like beating a boss in a way. Like doing a trick really well. All right. You guys are probably wondering what trick it is. Yeah. Okay, alright. This is a trick I want to put back on the... Well, actually, I don't think it was ever on the trick list, but I want to put it on the trick list at some point, so... Alright, okay. I have a packet of cards, and there's 4 cards in it. Now, there's an interesting property of this packet. Every time the packet changes, you don't actually have to count the number of cards in the packet. All of the cards in the packet will be of that number. So if we take a look, there's 4 cards in this packet, and there are 4 fours. However, if we were to take one of these 4s away and just leave it there on the table, now if we just take a look at all of the cards in the packet, that's a 3. And then here's another 3. And then here's the final 3. But now if we take out one of the 3s from the packet, there's 2 cards left. But if we look at any of the cards in the packet, they're 2s. And but here's the thing, if we take a 2 out from the packet, there's only 1 card left in the packet. And if we take a look at it, it will say 1, or ace. Or Charlie's Beats. There you go. Okay, alright. I think with all that rehearsal and trying to remember, that was fine. I think I got it. Not as smooth as I would like, but let's go back to this view. Okay, I kind of want to put that on the list because I don't want to forget that again. The good news is that things that are on the trick list that have been done a lot, I basically don't forget how to do. So that's the good news. So, all right, so let me just take this out. That is called countdown packet. Oh, I want to add it. Wait, requests are turned off. Didn't I turn it on earlier? Turn on. Hold on. What did I do? Did I SRS on earlier? SRS on. I did, but it wasn't connected. What? Okay. Well, all right, StreamerSonglist has been giving not just me, but like other streamers that I mod for issues. So that's strange. All right. Well, it's good now. Okay, do this kind of back. That is a Harapon Ong trick. It is a card trick. And we're going to do that again. So, countdown. Boom. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this trick was a little bit tough to get the first time. Clearly it is tough to get a second time as well, but oh, I almost messed that up. Okay, all right. Okay, we're just gonna do that trick again. So now you guys are getting a glimpse as to what I do during my YouTube channel recordings. So when I record a trick, I'll do it like maybe 4 or 5 times just straight, like the whole trick, whether I mess up or not. I'll just run through it, but the pressure's on because I have it recorded all the time. If you guys got a chance to look at my old YouTube like failure videos, there's a lot. And then after that, I kind of give myself a break if I mess up and I know I did. I'm like, we're just gonna start over. Or yeah, if I mess up like horribly and I can't recover from it, then I definitely just start over. But some of the takes are literally like 4 seconds, and then it's like, I said something wrong. Let me just start over. So, yeah, this is part of that. All right, so we have a packet of cards right here, and the thing is, you don't have to count all the individual cards in this packet. You can look at any of the cards in the packet, and they will all be the number of cards in that packet. That's the strange property that exists here for this. But what if we go ahead and we leave one of the fours behind? At this point, we have 3 cards, right? But if we take a look at any of the cards in the pile, there's a 3 there, there's a 3 there, and then there's a 3 here. But now if we take a 3 and we remove it from the pile, we now have 2 cards left in the pile. But now if we look at either one of those, they're both 2s. And now if we go ahead and I take a 2 out from the pile, there's only 1 card left in the packet. And if we look at it, it's 1. Okay, there we go. I would say that was clean. That went pretty well. I'm good with that. Illogical conclusion. Good pick, Charlie. Good pick. I actually don't remember doing this one in recent memory, so thanks for that request. I'm gonna pull some other cards out for this, which may kind of spoil what I'm doing, but you guys have been here long enough. You know how I like to make some random cards show up. Spoiler. Okay, let's see here. And I just realized I hit my mouse in a very wrong way, and if that clicked to my magic view, it might have revealed the secrets of magic. Okay. And then if I recall, this is the setup. Okay. All right, illogical conclusion. Thanks for the request, Charlie. 2 packets, 4 cards each. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to show you any of the cards in this packet. I will show you all of the cards in this packet. And I just realized my mistake, but that's okay. We're going to run with it. So in this packet, we have 4 black face cards. And I want you to keep an eye on all of the cards out of all 8 cards. And at the end of this, guess how many of each. How many red spot cards, black spot cards, red face cards, black face cards. But first, I'm going to switch some cards in between these piles and then show you all the cards in this pile. And we'll give you a chance to see some more cards. So we're going to swap 1 on the first round. And now, if I show you, we're going to see all black face cards, right? So now we're going to swap out 2 cards. 1, 2. And I'm going to show you that these are all also black face cards. And now we're going to swap 3. 1, 2, 3. And if I show you, these are all black face cards. And then we're going to do one final swap. And that's going to give us a chance to show you that these are all black face cards. Anybody guess what these are? In the past, we've had, more people guess black face cards. But if you take a look, there's a total of 6 in a deck. So having 8 black face means, I guess it's not really beneath me, right? I have 50 bajillion decks sitting around right here. I could totally do it. And then other people think they're red face cards. Other people think that they're spot cards. But you didn't see any spot cards, right? And then for anybody who has been here on the stream before, you know how I like to end it. Especially if Chris M.E. is here, these cards say, Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. So here's my number. So call me maybe. And that, my friends, is there's the call me maybe emotes from Charlie's Beats. I have those too. I just forgot. Oh, I can't type when the keyboard's not directly in front of me. I'm trying to struggle because it's like off over here. All right. I'm so bad at typing. Thank you for the request, Charlie. Thank you. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Also, a strong warm up, i.e., I almost forgot how to do it, but I pulled it out of my memory. It worked out. It worked out. It's unfortunate there are not any blank cards that have the Twitch back, so I had to use bicycles for that because if there were blank cards with this back, I could totally do it with the Twitch deck, with the current Twitch deck. Thank you kindly for the claps, Charlie's Beats. All right. Let's see here. What haven't I done in a while? There's a reason why I keep statistics and I don't do it. Revolver. I've done that 2 months. Okay, we gotta do that one. Not my version, the original one. Actually, this is probably a good time because I also have these cards out currently. By these cards, I mean the bicycles. Okay, all right. Here we have some diamonds. We have the ace of diamonds, the two of diamonds, the three of diamonds, and the four of diamonds. Now, I want to do something interesting in that we're going to shoot some bullets. So we're going to make our handgun, and then we're going to go bang, and each bullet that we shoot, that's going to turn that card face down. So in this case, the ace of diamonds will turn itself face down. Bang. So here's the 3, here's the 2, here's the 4, and there's the ace turned face down. Now we're going to go ahead and shoot the second bullet. Bang. Now you'll notice that we have a 3, a 4, and there's our second, but the ace has turned itself face back up. Let's go ahead and shoot off the third bullet. Bang. And so we have our 4, our ace, and our 2, and there's the 3 face down. And then finally, let's go ahead and shoot our fourth bullet. Bang. Here's our 2, our ace. There's our 4, and here's our 3. Now, let me just go ahead and flip over the 4 again, and we have our 4 bullets, the ace, the 2, and the 3, and the 4 of diamonds. But actually, after all of those bullets were shot, you may not have realized that it is now a very bloody mess because all of the cards are bloodied. The red backs. All 4 of them. And that is Revolver. Original version. Although I kind of like changed the original version to my handling, which if there's any magicians out there who care. Actually, I don't think there are any magicians watching. So, thank you kindly for the claps, Charlie. All right. Whew. So I've been fascinated with the idea of perhaps streaming a narrative video game because I saw one of my other streamer friends who likes to stream games play The Complex, and I was like, oh, let me let me look that up because it seems like a fun game. And you guys know I play Slay the Spire, which is a roguelike, which, I'm kind of a glutton for punishment in that respect. But if it's a game that I have to play a few times to get all of the whole story, that's fine. That's okay, just as long as it's like enjoyable or like worth it every time. But apparently, the complex is like it's a story-driven game. There's 8 different endings. By a story-driven, I mean it's not just story-driven, but it's like a full FMV game. So you just make up like some decisions, and then the outcome is dependent. But like on that, and I was like, huh, maybe I should play that sometime because that seems like a fun thing. I was thinking about streaming last night, but then I was like, so whoa, 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 whoa. Kaner, you just Kaner, you just missed the trick that would have been perfect for this. I literally did the trick revolver. OMG. So okay. So late, bro. No, no worries. I'm not very good at announcing. I don't really advertise. So I used to, and then I was like, this is not fun, so I stopped doing it. Um, one day, and I don't want to like jinx my job or anything, but one day, if my company ever gets hit by a meteor or I get laid off for whatever reason, and I have to kick it up a notch to get some viewers, then first things first, I will advertise. But second things second, I would probably be able to stream during the workday, and that would help probably. So, good to see you. I don't mind. Lol. Hi everybody. Hi. So let's see. Next up, we have a request from Charlie's Beats. Oh, why am I shuffling? I need to find. I need to find all the A's. You know what? There's no secrets with this trick. I can do the setup while I am. Yeah, the setup is find all 4 aces. Okay, so we have Ace of Spades, Ace of Hearts, Ace of Clubs, Ace of Diamonds. Um, and here's the interesting thing with these. If I go ahead and actually, I want to demonstrate something because hold on, the trick was French twist, right? Yeah, yeah. I want to demonstrate a situation in which when I hold the packet, I'm going to shake it, and then some of the aces will magically turn themselves face up. I know it's really hard to believe, but like if I hold the packet, I shake it, that's actually going to turn one of the aces up. In this case, the Ace of Diamonds. Now all 4 cards are now face down again. But if I hold the packet and give it a shake, that's going to turn up another ace, Ace of Clubs. And look, if I show you, we have all the aces face down. If I hold the packet, give it a shake, one of those aces will turn itself face up, Ace of Hearts. Okay, the last one up is the Ace of Spades, but once again, all 4 cards are face down. But hold the packet and give it a shake. That's going to turn up the Ace of Spades right there. And now that is how we have all 4 aces, and we give it a shake, and then that's how we turn them all face up. But actually, there's one more thing that we can do here. If I show you this, I just want to show you this because no shenanigans. I'm going to go ahead and cut the aces into the middle of the deck. Like this, if I hold the whole deck and I shake it, that will reveal that all of the aces have turned themselves face up. And that, my friends, is the French twist. And I would say there's no duplicates, but actually, they're all signed. Like, there's no way. There's no way. Thank you kindly for the applause and the claps. Charlie's Beats. Kaner. Thank you kindly. That's a good one for a hype train. I could do that one. I think I've done that during a hype train before. I know that I keep on falling back to some of the hype trains that I used to do, like this handful of the same tricks. It's just like, oh, I can do this. It doesn't matter. I don't have to have like a setup. I don't have to have some cards set aside, right? Like a lot of the tricks that I do, you have to have some stuff set aside. By the way, if anybody is sitting around, they haven't hydrated in a bit, please hydrate. Jimmy Kaner has requested solving a Rubik's Cube. I can do that. But first, I'm hydrating and my country is super hot. Oh, Yes, that's right. Please hydrate. All right. Let's see. You get to choose from two cubes. Do you want the regular sized cube or do you want the baby cube? Let me know. So yeah, regular. All right. Here's a regular. I'll put the baby away. I don't have to break any labor laws. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and shuffle this. I know I'm making a terrible jokes today. So unfortunately, I did not get a chance to watch fireworks this year. I would have liked to, but the fact that Independence Day fell on a Thursday, and then we had work days on Friday, and it was like the kids' bedtime kind of thing. So it was not very conducive to going out to watch fireworks this year. Okay, all right. Hopefully this looks sufficiently randomized. So, all right, here we go. So first, top layer, I'm going to do the cross. The cross is basically doing this plus sign, but not only does the plus sign have to match the center color, but also has to match the centers on all of the other sides. So let's do that. So here's the green one, here's the blue one, and then the red one will fall into place. So now if you take a look, all of the white pieces are there, but also they match the centers on their respective sides. Okay, next to do the corners, kind of same bit. It's not just correct to have the top color be correct, but all three on that corner has to be correct. By the way, what's the trick where we can interact with the bang sound? Oh, it's called revolver. But there's two of them in the list. I did one, but I mean, you could probably use it on any trick, but you can do the other revolver if you want. So now I'm going to do the other corners. One more corner here. Okay, so now top layer is done because all of these other ones match. Okay, second layer or the middle layer. So I'm trying to get these ones to all match. Let's see here. Here's one. This can go here like this. And then we have this one, which can go here like this. Then we can go, let me see. Oh no, they have to switch them with each other. Okay, that's unfortunate. Okay, the red one and the green one go here. This one goes here. And then I have to do some shenanigans to get this one out. So, boom, 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 boom. Oh no, did I mess this up? Oh no, don't tell me I messed this up. Hold on. Hold on, guys. This would have been very poor if I... Okay, alright. Where are we? Okay. Here, alright. Way up, da. Okay, alright. Second layer is now done. So as you can take a look, the middle layer is also all correct as well as that. Okay, so now the third layer, I see that this is a certain pattern. When I see certain patterns, there might just be like a dot here or a line or like an L or something. So I see the line here, so I'm going to do some algorithm that I have internalized in my head. And now I see the backwards L here. So we're going to do that again. Okay, so now I have the plus sign. All right, that's good. So now I'm trying to look for one that matches on this part, and then I'm going to do this algorithm potentially until I get a fish. One more time. Okay, I think I should have the fish now. I call this the fish because it's... oh yeah, I just realized the lighting is not very good there. So there's the fish. And I might have to do this algorithm up to 3 times. So here's 1. Okay, I have to do it again. 2. Okay, so I didn't have to do it all 3, so that's good. I usually have to do it like 2. Okay, now this corner is correct and this corner is correct, which is actually the worst case scenario because I have to swap these two corners. So, I'm just gonna have to do the corner swap. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. My muscle memory was not gonna work out here. I've not done this part in a while, so hold on. How do I swap? Let me just not. I'm just gonna close my eyes. That might help. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, that worked. Okay, yeah, I have muscle memory for that. I just didn't do it very well. Okay, so now these two corners are in the correct place. So now I have to swap these two corners. Once again, I'm just gonna close my eyes because apparently that worked out really well last time. Actually, I have to make sure they're in the right orientation. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Okay, all right. There you go. That worked out. Okay. Yeah, it's some like those of you who play like a musical instrument, right? Like you guys know, sometimes it's like if you're looking at keys, especially if you're super proficient, and it's like then you look at the keys and it's like this is messing me up now. It's just easier because you have the muscle memory in there. So, all right. So now I just have to move these three centerpieces. Take your time. I mean, I am taking my time. I'm trying not to mess this up. So now I just have to do it clockwise, counterclockwise. Yeah, no, clockwise. Okay. I have forgotten how to do this on stream too, but there we go. We're now done. I don't know why, but like, I find that sometimes when I just do it, it's usually okay. But then when I'm explaining it on stream, which sometimes I just solve it and I don't explain it on stream, but I just feel like today, I just feel like I'm in an explainy kind of day. So we need laughing sound alert. Take your time. Oh, oh, okay. If we get a laughing sound alert, should I laugh like Titus from Final Fantasy X? Would that be cringy enough? I might have to make that more channel points. I might have to make it like ha 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 ha. Maybe like 1,000 channel points or something. No, that might be too much. I don't stream enough for people to build up 1,000 channel points to blow in a horrible laughing redeem. All right, maybe 300. That seems much more reasonable. Okay, that was me solving Rubik's Cube. There we go. Yes, don't make it expensive. Oh, right, because Jimmy wants to use it. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Nobody clip that, please. And just by that, somebody's gonna clip it. All right. All right. Let me see here. Let's go ahead and do. Oh yeah. All right. Calm down, Jimmy. It's okay. It's okay. Don't get upset. All right. Um, revolver fully loaded. All right. Let's throw revolver fully loaded in there. I can do it. I can do revolver again. Those of you who were here a few minutes ago, before the Rubik's Cube redeem, saw the original 4-card version of this trick. And now I'm going to be performing the 6-card version of the trick, which is my handling of the original. And it's because revolvers have 6 barrels. They have 6 bullet chambers. I mean, not barrels. Barrels are the thing at the end, so there's only 1 barrel, but there's 6 bullet chambers. Yeah. Okay. Oh, actually, while we're here, and I know Jimmy likes to use that, let me see what the timeout on this thing is because um, it's not gonna go too well if there's a cooldown. Crap, I don't know how to check. Oh, wait. Manage All right, manage rewards. Hold on. I have to log into Twitch over here. I'm already logged into Twitch in another browser. By the way, guys, I'm one of those people who likes to try out running to different browsers and things. I've recently uh, given Microsoft Edge a fair shot, and I like it. So, all right, okay, manage. Okay, hold on, manage power-ups, channel points. Okay, and then oh no, because this is a sound alert. Hold on, I have to do the sound alert over here. Caner just spent. Okay, yeah. So I have to look for the sound alert over here. My alerts. Hold on. I'm gonna do this now because I don't think there's that many people in chat. If there are many people in chat, and anyone wants to see more magic, you can. Here's how. But in the interim, so today I was actually spending some time trying to improve things for the stream. I was doing some testing. Actually, Gibson Lens caught me doing some testing in my chat about a half an hour before I normally start, or 45 minutes. 45 minutes before I start. But okay, let's see here. My alerts, channel points. Okay, here's the bang. All right, let me see here. Cooldown in seconds. All right, I'm gonna reduce the cooldown in seconds to 5 seconds. Right? There's no possible way I would get through a phase in the trick faster than 5 seconds. Right? Okay, let me. How do I save? Does it auto save? I forget. Let me just click away, click back. No, it didn't save. Hold on. 5. Updated. Okay. I had to wait for the stupid pop-up. All right. Hang on. I'm just going to refresh this page just to make sure it applied. Okay. Bang. Cooldown 5 seconds. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's give this a shot. All right. Pun intended. All right. Okay. Here's my handling of the 4-card version of Revolver, but with 6 cards instead. So here we have the ace, the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5, and the 6 of diamonds because there are 6 bullet chambers in a revolver. And we're going to fire off each bullet 1 card at a time, and we'll fire off the first bullet chamber with our bullet gun hands, and then we're going to fire, right? Here's your cue. Go ahead. Wait, do I have to break hearts? Do I have to try it? Hold on. Let me see. Does this work? Hey! Okay, all right. So here's the 5, the 4, the 3, the 2, the 6, and the ace is face down. Okay. Next, we're going to go ahead and fire off the second bullet. So here we go. Here we go. We're going to fire off the second bullet chamber. All right. Here's the cue. Oh, okay. All right. Jimmy's got it. Okay. So here we have the 5, the 4, the 3, the 6, the 2, and here's the ace. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and fire off the third bullet. Okay, here we go. It has delay? Yeah. Oh, that's... Yeah, I don't think I can control that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, that was the next one. All right. So here's the 5, the 4, the 6, the ace, the 2, and there's our face down. Third bullet. And now we're going to go ahead and shoot off the fourth bullet. I just realized. There we go, the fourth bullet. Okay, that was actually the only time that I wasn't startled today yet. Okay, so here's the 5, the 2, the ace, the 6. There's our fourth one. And then here's our fifth bullet. Yeah, I guess between like chat delay and the sound alert delay and the redeem delay, it's okay. No worries. We're not in a hurry to use the bullets. We're shooting them very strategically. Like we're like a sniper, right? Like we're not like just shooting them like crazy. So here's the fifth bullet should have been fired. So there's our 6, there's our ace, 2, 3, 4, and there's our 5th bullet. And then finally, our last bullet in the gun before we reload, because we're gonna have to reload. There we have it. So there's our 4, our 3, our 2, our ace. There's our 6, because here's our 5. Now if I go ahead and I flip over the 6, we'll see that all of the cards are here, and everybody who shot a bullet wearing blue, they were basically part of law enforcement, right? However, if you didn't notice, they all got shot, and they all didn't make it, because if we look at their shirts now, they're all red. All of them are red. Oh, they're red. That, my friends, is revolver fully loaded. So that's a little bit long in terms of a trick, but I guess with the sound alert, it's like it could be fun and interactive. But I did that more as like a magician's exercise, because the handling is like way more complicated than the 4-card version, even though it's just adding 2 more cards. But adding 2 more cards makes a big deal when you're doing the trick. So yeah, but I'm super proud of that one. I'm super proud of at least how I handled it and created it. So if any magicians see this later, there you go. That's some magician's notes for you. Thanks for the claps and applause, Jimmy and Charlie. Thanks, guys. Stream elements gonna has vanished themselves. Oh, you're gonna look for a little bit. Okay, gotcha. I understand. I just realized I have to fix that command. That command doesn't look correct. Alright, let me see. Stream element. Fix stream elements. Fix stream elements. Lurk. Okay. Man, we're getting a lot of QA done today. Alright, Charlie has requested a trick. Thanks for the request, Charlie. Okay. Alright, we can use the deck for this. And actually, Charlie requested it, so let's go ahead and just use the Ace of Spades as the selection. Here it is. The Ace of Spades. Normally, I would not look for this, but I don't know. We're just going to go ahead and just have Charlie be the selection. I think it's just simpler that way for this. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I would have looked away at this point, and then I would turn back. And, trust me that it doesn't really matter that I know what it is. But we would have, if Charlie was here, Charlie could then put the card back into the middle of the deck somewhere. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and do some interesting tumbling. Wait, maybe not tumbling. Maybe tumbling is not the right word. Maybe spinning. Spinning? Okay, here. Spinning. There we go. Spinning. So now this is doing an operation where the card is going to turn around in the middle of the deck. That's all it's doing. We can take a tea break too. If anybody wants to hydrate, go ahead. All right, I think that's enough loading. I think you've done your work. Thanks, fidget spinner. So now look, if I go ahead and I turn over the deck and I spread, you should be able to see that there's a card facing in the opposite direction. One card amongst all of them. So now the important question is, what card is it? This, unsurprisingly, is the Ace of Spades. Now, for anybody who has seen me expose like this version of the trick before, you probably know how it's done. Or if you saw me at TwitchCon last year, which unfortunately I'm not attending TwitchCon again this year because I have I have between like a money budget and like a time off from work budget to go to certain conventions, and I've opted to go to. So this year I'm going to be going to Gen Con. So I've decided because I haven't gone to Gen Con for like years, and I want to go. I'm lacking board games in my life, and I love board games. So. But actually, so here's what we're going to do. Not to spoil the rest of the trick or anything, but I'm going to go ahead and now insert the face down card into the middle of the face down deck, and we're going to go ahead and lose that. And some people believe that we are holding the card on the top, but if I show you the top card, it's not that card. And here's the thing, if I go ahead and I just flip over the entire deck, if I just scroll through very fast, right here, you might be able to see the Ace of Spades, but let me go ahead and do that spinning thing again. Once again, the operation is going to turn that one card upside down. And I think, surprisingly, this is a really old fidget spinner. It still spins pretty well. It's still good. I kind of want to stop it. There we go. All right, that was enough time. And now if I spread and I show, all the cards are facing the same direction except for one. And that card is our selection, the Ace of Spades. Charlie's Beats signed Ace of Spades. Thank you kindly for the claps, Charlie. That was a good practice one. So I do like the first half of that the easy way without doing the second half, because if I have to do the second half, there's more complicated setup to do. But I'm basically doubling the length of the trick, right? Imagine like playing a song and then just being like, for a little bit more difficult effort at the beginning, you double the entertainment value of a song. So that's kind of what this trick is. It's like, okay, I could do it the easy way, and there's basically there's no extra setup, nothing complicated or whatever. Or I can do it the hard way, and it's a lot more difficult, but it's maybe like, I don't know, 30% more difficult for like 100% more entertainment, right? So that's kind of like an interesting like dynamic, right? There's a bunch of tricks in which you can apply this kind of principle to. It's like, here's the trick. It's super easy and you can do it and it will entertain. But if you do this, you can make the trick longer and then it adds to the entertainment value, right? So I was recently telling some of my magic friends about my idea for sleight reading, and I actually had a little bit of a, I don't know if breakthrough is the correct word, but I'm like, oh, like this is what I should make it, and it's like, ah. So now it's a matter of just getting like a chunk of time to like develop it and write down a bunch of like sheet sheet magic for certain tricks that I know. I kind of want to do it for my entire library of tricks, but some of them are super complicated. I'll have to deal with some really weird things. And honestly, I kind of accept that maybe not everything will be able to fit into my design. But at this point, I'm like, this kind of covers most use cases. So I'm like, I want to try it. It's just a matter of just doing it. But I'm kind of filling up my time with a lot of other things right now. I think after Gen Con is over, I'll have a lot more time. Because right now I'm concerned about my kid's birthday party, going to Gen Con, and work stuff, and still doing dad things. I'm still learning magic tricks, so that's kind of where we're at. All right. You know, if there's not much going on tonight, I could probably end at like midnight. So I still want to do some practice stuff. And then we could end early. Actually, I know that Chan, by the way, if anybody is curious, Chan the Magic Man is not here because he's streaming because he's doing a week of magic. So today is day 7. And if he's still going when I end, and if I end a little bit early, I might be able to raid into him because I almost never get a chance to raid into Chan. So that would be fun. Let's see where he's at. Because I don't think he started to. Okay, yeah, he's doing some stuff. All right, cool. Actually, while we're here, we could do the official shout out for Chan, right? Let's shout out Chan the Magic Man. Okay, cool. All right, awesome. So yeah, guys, if you're not following our friend and fellow mod here, Chan the Magic Man, please give Chan the Magic Man a follow. One of the other few magicians on Twitch that has a regular magic schedule. This week he's doing something special. He basically streamed 7 days of magic in a row, so that's kind of crazy. Not that I don't think I could do it, but it's just like the practicality of it. I might actually get sick of performing magic at that point. So unless I'm getting like I'm doing gigs or something. Like I think doing gigs would spice it up enough. Right now I sit in front of my computer and I said that it's super fun because I only do it once a week, and so it's like it's super fun. But if I did it every day, I think I would probably because like I don't even practice magic every day. Like there's even some days where it's just like I'm gonna take a break by doing more work or like my career work. Or I'm gonna take a break and I'm going to sleep, or I'm gonna take a break and I'm gonna cook. like there's other things that I have to fill the time with. All right, looks like Charlie has requested Aria. Actually, before we proceed with this trick, let me look up. I want to look. So I want what is define because I know I've asked this on stream before, and somebody said that it was like an operatic thing, a solo voice piece with an instrumental accompaniment, as in an opera. Okay, all right. Hmm. Okay, let me see if I can somehow thematically theme this. Actually, I can. You know what? We can do the setup. All right. I'm gonna wing this. Not that I don't already wing a bunch of performances. Okay. Look, we have a playbill with all of the possible singers that could sing in our new opera. Let's pretend this opera is called Charlie's Beats. Not Charlie's Beats the username, but Charlie apostrophe S space Beats. That's the opera name. And here's all of the possible singers. And as it turns out, the 4 best singers, we want to invite them to audition. So the 4 best singers are all of the aces. Obviously, because look, Gibson Lenz, one of the best singers, aka also doesn't sing on his own stream because he plays piano. Alka Mutation, I've seen sing a bunch of his own stuff. The Rusty Panda, singer and songwriter. And then, of course, Charlie's Beats, best singer. And so we want to collect all of these singers for this trick. And so here we have it, all 4 singers. And so here's what we're going to do. Let me turn over all of these potential candidates for our front-running solo singer. And what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and get a bunch of people into audition all at the same time with. And we're going to get that first person, and they're going to go into a room with all 3 of these other singers and interviewers, and they're going to interview. So that one is all the way down the hall here. Okay. And then I'm wondering if I have done this trick incorrectly at this point. Hold on. I think I have to start over. Okay, I'll dispense with finding everybody, but kind of same pattern. And I just realized I did mess up the trick, but shh, don't tell anybody. It's a secret. Himitsu. All right. Once again, we have all of our singers, and if you were paying attention to the last one, you'll see the subtlety difference here. So look, we're going to go ahead and have all of our candidates, we're going to call them all in on the same day, and we have a bunch of different people to go and interview them. And so here we have a handful of people. They're going to go and interview the first candidate, and here we have the second set of people. They will go and interview the second candidate. Here we have the third set of people. They're going to go and interview the third candidate. And then here we have the last set of people, and they're going to interview Charlie's Beats. So here, what we're going to do is these people will take, that was the Rusty Panda, to interview in a room, basically at the end of the hall, like this. And now here, we're going to have them interview Gibson Lens, kind of like in the central corridor or so, right there. And then here, we're going to have Alchemmutation audition with these people, and they're going to go in the room that's like just right next. And then finally, we have Charlie's Beats. As it turns out, at the end of the day, all of the interviews went well, and as it turns out, we just want all of them to be in the play, and we just took all four of them. And that, my friends, is Aria themed as trying to theme the trick as getting a lead singer to sing an aria. That's so meta. I don't think I've done this one before. I mean, I'm not so, like, I like music, but I'm not so musically minded. I don't know all of, like, the technical stuff around, like, operatic terminology and verbiage and stuff like that. But that was a good foray. Thank you kindly for that request and for the claps, Charlie's Beats. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Charlie, I don't know if you're a singer, but hopefully you enjoyed being one of the front-running singers for the Charlie's Beats musical. Or opera? Sorry. So an opera is a musical, but not all musicals are operas, right? So it's like a square or rectangle thing, right? All right. Okay. Let's see here. I am going to load up a boss trick because I did not like my performance of this last time. Not last time, but like maybe in the last. So I started doing a new system in my spreadsheet because I had to scroll back to see what my old boss tricks were. Now it's just, okay, what are all the current boss tricks in this stream? So I copied them to like the latest cell. And so now I have just better visibility without having to do a bunch of scrolling. So here's one. I'm gonna request it and then we'll do it. Or at least I will attempt to do it. This is so on this one, and to be fair, I think I did this correctly the last time as a mulligan, but I was still not happy with it. So red, blue, oil, and water. Okay, there we go. Alright, this is a boss. Okay, alright. Here we go. So, look, I have 2 red backed cards, 2 blue backed cards, and importantly, the two red-backed cards are red. And then the two blue-backed cards, well, we don't have blue front cards, so they are just black on the front. Okay, now if I were to interweave them like this, you would expect that they would be interwoven. But if I snap my fingers, they are not going to be interwoven. I know, is that weird? That's super weird, right? So here's the thing. If I deliberately place a card in between, a blue card in between the two red cards, you would expect that they would be interwoven. But if I snap, I'll show you that, look, they are not interwoven at all. And now here's the interesting thing. Some people think they know how the trick's done. So like if I actually interweave them now, and I actually show you that they have been interwoven here on the back. Well, some people think that I secretly unmix them like this. But that's just like a thought process in the secretness of whether they get unmixed or not, because I didn't actually unmix them. No, look, I really didn't. See, look, they're still mixed. But actually, I didn't. The reason why is because I didn't snap. So look, if I just snap, they're unmixed. And that, my friends, is much better performance of red, blue, oil, and water. I'm happy with that. We'll say we beat the boss there. Boom. It's good to see that I've improved. I'm happy to say that I have improved over time, I think. Especially because of doing this. So I was actually thinking to myself, it's like, would I still stream if I didn't have fun? Because that's like the thing that I claim at the end, and it's like, am I still improving myself? Maybe I still would. Like, maybe I still would stream, even if I wasn't having fun. It's just that making it fun is like so much. It's more, I guess, motivational. Alright, so we can knock that one off the list. Okay, let's do this one. And we're gonna encounter this boss as well. I remember doing this last time, and I think I fixed it, but I don't think I've done the boss trick fix for it yet. So here's this one. Okay, here we go. Alright, we have 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are the 4 aces. Here's a red ace right here. And then here's the other red ace right there. Okay, now here's the thing. I have the 2 black aces here, but if I grab the 2 red aces and I drop it onto the black aces, believe it or not, you now will see. Alright, hold on. Hands up here. Hands up. Hello, welcome in, Raiders. How's it going? How do you do? Welcome in, Chandler Matt. You know what? I'm just going to start this trick over because, well, it'll be fine. How's it going? Welcome in. Chan, how was the stream? By the way, hi. Thank you. Thank you very much for the by the way, hi. Guys, if you're not following our friend and mod here, Chan the Magic Man, please give Chan the Magic Man a follow. Fellow Magic streamer, also mod here. Also just has completed a week of Magic streams. Chan, am I correct? Today was the 7th day of your Magic stream? Of your Magic week? Is that correct? I did lurk in a couple of the days, but I wasn't able to catch everything, especially the ones during work. Hey, hey, Jimmy, yo, Jimmy, calm down. I don't even have to look at the name who redeems that. I know it's you, Jimmy. All right, correct, awesome. How was stream, Chan? How are you? And also, I see a bunch of familiar faces. Thank you. Welcome in, E-Room. How's it going, E-Room? Let's see here. Yeah. Jimmy says, yo. All right. And then E-Room says, steamy funk. That's right. And thank you so much for the raid, Chan. Greatly appreciate it. Haha. All right, I was on both streams. Yes, I know. Jimmy was here, and I assumed Jimmy was over there. I think I was. I think I had your stream open too, Chan. I just peeked in quickly, but I didn't. I was already on this stream when I was. I didn't turn on audio, so. Welcome in, Big Ducky Snow. How's it going, Steven? And let's see. Stream was awesome as always, says Chan. Excellent. How's the stream going? Stream's been going all right. I started the stream with a couple of like quote unquote new tricks. I added one new trick to the list because it's one that I used to do, but I hadn't done it in a long time. But I'd been practicing because I'm like I want to bring it back because I like the trick. So I brought that back and I did a brand new trick. But I didn't really like the pattern I had with it because I never prepared it. Right now, we were just going through boss tricks because I had 3 pending boss tricks from the last handful of streams. So I'm gonna resolve all of them. I just did one. I'm in the middle of another one, so we're gonna do this one. I normally do this one fine, but I'm just not happy with how I did it last time. Oh yeah, thanks for shouting out E-Room, guys. If you're not following E-Room, aka the Pope of Indiana, please give E-Room a follow. You'll find him doing all sorts of different things, whether it's like community games, doing puzzles, walking around town. You'll never know what you're gonna get. E-Room is a box of chocolates. That's there you go. Let's see here. Barney of the Rubble. Yay, some crazy Asian guitar time. Nope. Not quite happening yet. But welcome in, Barney of the Rubble. Hopefully you're doing well. I'm catching up with chat here. Wait, what is that? Pepperonis? All right. Ugly letters. Thank you, thank you. All right. Cool. Let's see. So welcome in. Chan, if there's anything you would like to request for the raid, feel free. And if you wanted to see either of the new tricks, well, the one new one that I added to the list is called Countdown Packet. So you can request that. Or if you want to see the other one, just let me know and we'll we'll do it. Or if you just want to see anything else, that's fine too. All right, let me reset this trick and we will start from the top and go from there. Okay, all right. Okay, so thanks for being here, everybody. We are encountering a boss trick. Not because I messed this up a lot, but I was not happy with how I did this last couple of times. All right, so here we go. We have 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're the 4 aces. Here we have a red ace. I'll leave it right there. Here we have another red ace right there. I'm going to leave that right there. And here we have the 2 black aces. Now, if I was to go ahead and grab the 2 red aces, not physically, but metaphysically, and just drop them here, would you believe that now the 2 red aces are in my hand? If you don't believe that, that's okay. Take a look. See, the 2 red aces are here. The problem is a lot of people think that the black aces are now here. And if you weren't paying attention, I never said that I put the black aces back. I never swapped them. So if I show you these cards here, these cards don't have the black aces. They actually have no aces. So we can kind of follow this through. If I go ahead and I grab the red aces from here and I just throw them into the dust, you can kind of see that all of the aces are now gone. Actually, all of the aces are now completely gone. And that, my friends, is a satisfactory performance of B Sisters. And technically, I mulliganed that, but not because I messed up. That was more convenient to just start it over for the Raiders. So we're not going to count that as from the top. But we will count that as beating the boss. So, boom. And then let's see here. So thank you kindly for the raid, Chan. Ambitious card routine. Ooh, okay, all right. Chan likes the ambitious card. I like the ambitious card too. This is actually the ambitious card routine is like my go-to show random strangers a new trick. If they've seen it before, then hopefully they are impressed with how I handle it, and then if they've never seen it before, then awesome. But it is just one of those like, hey, thank you kindly for the ding. It's just kind of like, hey, this is an interesting thing that is now happening in front of my face. It's like I was watching your hands the whole like some of the comments as you get as all right. I'm not a drummer. Actually, these could be musical instruments, right? The ding is a triangle. The that's drums, and then all right. Okay. Let's see. You know what, Chan? I'm gonna instead of having you select a card, we're gonna use the Queen of Clubs because not only did you just put a bunch of Queen of Clubs in chat, this is Chan's favorite card. If you guys didn't know, the Queen of Clubs, and it is also signed by Chan the Magic Man. And so that is. Oh, hold on, my chat stopped scrolling. That's a problem. I like it to scroll in real time. That's nice. Yes. Okay. So here we have the Queen of Clubs, signed by Chan the. Wait for it, Magic Man. So I would say we are all connected to Chan the Magic Man in chat, because if you're at least connected to me, which you would be because you're watching the stream, you would be connected to Chan. Or if you came in from the raid, you're connected to Chan directly. So there you go. But look, we are all connected to Chan, the Magic Man. So this is what we're going to do. Can you add bang to those tricks? I mean, all right, Jimmy. If you want, look, Chan the Magic Man. We're gonna go ahead and place him in the middle of the deck. See, look. Now all you have to do is bang, and that'll bring Chan up to the top of the deck. Okay? I hope you're happy. Oh my god, Chan banged himself to the top of the deck. I can't make this up, guys. And so, look, take a look. Chan has banged himself up to the top of the deck. But look, we just got this power, and we're going to go ahead and place Chan back into the middle of the deck like this. Now, I haven't heard a bang yet, and so if we take a look, the top card is some other card. But if we just wait for a bang from chat, because who knows, for some reason, a bang will get Chan to the top. Don't ban me, Twitch. Don't ban me. Oh, I guess. Okay, there we go. All right. So look, that bang has now brought Chan up to the top. I know. Sometimes the magicians are sneaky, as we know, because Chan and I are both love that sound. Man, best, I guess, free sound effect that I've recently added. I should probably add a couple of more because they have a whole library. Okay, look, I'm going to go ahead and leave Chan sticking out right here. You'll know that it's still Chan because it's signed Chan the Magic Man, and you'll know because it's the Queen of Clubs. But look, if I go ahead and I grab Chan and put him in the middle of this packet, grab Chan, place him in the middle of this packet, so now he's deeply buried in the packet. Not that we want to yeah. Man, I didn't have to do it. Look, here's Chan back on the top. Okay, all right. So I don't normally end this trick this way, but because for the Raiders, I'm gonna go ahead and put a bend into Chan the Magic Man. All right, we're gonna bend Chan the Magic Man, and I wouldn't normally do this because that would be considered abuse to Chan the Magic Man, and I don't want him to break his arms or hands because then he can't do magic. But we're gonna put a bend into Chan the Magic Man, and I'm gonna go ahead and put Chan the Magic Man there. You'll see that there's the bend, okay? But look, all you have to do is just bang Chan the Magic Man to the top. Go ahead and, hey, I don't know if you heard, but when that bang went, the bent card traveled through the deck all the way up to the top. And if you take a look, it is indeed Chan the Magic Man. And that, my friends, is The Ambitious Card Routine, starring Chan the Magic Man. There we go. Okay. Whew. And
Yes.
you hadn't seen that before, Jimmy? I'm glad you enjoyed that. The one thing about this is I do have to unbend the card afterwards, and so here we're gonna. Don't worry, I'm gonna bend you back into shape, Chan. Don't worry. Just it's okay. It's okay. I'm not a medical doctor, but I've done this before. So, believe it or not, there's this thing in the magic world called magician's insurance. It's kind of just performance insurance, so I assume that perhaps like people who play music may have as well sometimes. But like, it's a big deal if you are a magician and you use like fire, for example. I'm doing mostly card magic, so maybe not that big a deal, but how dare you bend my favorite card? JK says Jan. Look, I did it. I did it to achieve the magical effect, okay, Chan? I think you can understand that. Okay, lol. Yeah, there we go. All right, so secretly, Chan, we were debating on how early I would have to end stream to raid you, and I think that was meant for earlier, but yes. And I was like, oh man, if Chan's still going, I can raid Chan, and then you raided me. I'm like, oh, all right, because I don't get a chance to raid. I don't get a chance. No, it's not because there's a delay, Jimmy. It's because I talk too fast. That's it. I'm just a fast talker. It's my fault. It's my fault. Don't worry. It's not. Yeah. That's. Oh yeah. That's right. Maybe next time. Yeah. I mean, if I ever get ambitious and I stream a day in which I could raid you, then perhaps one day we'll deal with it then. But not likely anytime soon, unfortunately. Okay, the one bad news is I hope that this bends back very well. I don't want it to be like clearly like marked in the deck. That would be unfortunate. But if this deck ever gets like to the point where it's like horrible, I excuse to just switch to another deck. Alright. I decided to end a little early to raid you instead. Okay. Well, that was well played, sir. Well played. Okay, let's see. Well, I guess because of that, let me thank you for the raid by showing you the trick that I added to the list that you missed earlier. I think that'll be a nice treat. So let's go ahead and add that. So, what time do you usually end stream? Well, what time do I normally end stream? Yeah, I was 12, somewhere between like 12:30 and 12:45. I think I've been pretty consistent, but today I was talking like, oh man, if I end at midnight because I started like 10ish today, and if you were still going, I was like, oh, we could raid Chan today. Nope. And then you raid it out. So here we are. Okay, let me see here. I gotta find some cards, and then we're gonna go there. But this trick is called Countdown Packet, and I don't know if you're familiar with Harapon Ong Chan. This is a Harapon trick. Boom, 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 and boom. Okay. Is this right? This is right? Boom, 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 boom. Okay. There we go. Yeah, sometimes same goes for myself. Yep. For sure. Okay, alright, here we go. Countdown packet. Guys, we have a packet of cards here, and the interesting thing is that we never have to count the number of cards in this packet to determine how many cards are in the packet, because you could just look at the face of any one of these cards. So like that says 4, this says 4. I mean, they all say 4 because there's 4 cards in the packet, right? But here's the interesting thing. If I was to go ahead and remove this 4 from the packet, like, and leave it there, there's now 3 cards in the packet. And if we take a look at all of the cards in the packet, there's a 3. Here's a 3, and then here's another 3. But if I remove this 3 from the packet, we now have 2 cards in the packet. And here's those 2 cards. They all say 2 now. And then if I was to remove a 2 from the packet, there's only 1 card left in the packet. And that, if the rule holds, should be ace. And that, my friends, is a countdown packet. Yeah, I rehearsed that one a couple of times earlier because I was like, I wasn't sure how smooth it was going to be. So, thank you kindly for the applause, Chan, and thank you kindly for the claps, Kaner. And thank you kindly for the claps, E-Room. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. As far as I know, I don't know if anybody else has done that on Twitch, so I've definitely done that on my YouTube channel. Oh, so I made some new commands today. So if anybody wants to see my YouTube channel, you can still go to this command. But if you specifically want to see more magic, you type in more magic and it brings you the playlist that directly says go to watch all my performance videos. If you want to play chess with me, I added this one. So here's my 2 chess accounts on chess.com and LeeChess. And then I added one more. What did I add? I added... Hold on. I forgot the new command I made. Oh, I did disable one old one. Oh yeah, and then if you ever want to see the VODs, because I stopped having my VODs being public videos, VODs, this is the playlist that has all of my old VODs, my Magic performance VODs. So, there's all the new links, all the new commands, and check it out. The one I disabled was 100 tricks in 100 days because it's been superseded by the more magic one, because I have a lot more newer magic videos that I'm proud of, and I'm like, let's just give them all of them, and then you can choose if you want to watch the 100 tricks in 100 days. So, all right, cool. So, all right, now that I had a chance to kind of practice the other trick as well, I can do the other one that was a new trick that I did at the beginning and hope it goes well. Okay. Actually, let's do it this way. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. I see the request for too many cards. Let me do that one first. Okay, let's see here. What do I want to use? I want to use ace to 5 of clubs. Okay. Okay, this trick is too many cards. I missed the too much cards emote. Oh, because E-Room had a too much cards emote? Yeah, you really get attached to emotes. But they're so ethereal. Okay, alright. We have the ace, the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5 of clubs. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, look, if I take the ace of clubs and I place it into the middle of the packet, it's not on the top, it's not on the bottom. But if I just go ahead and snap, that's going to bring the ace of clubs back up to the top. There it is. Now we'll do that again. If I go ahead and I take the ace and I place it in the middle, push it in, if I snap, look, it's going to come back up to the top. eRoom says, lol, just kind of use it for your stream if I had more slots. Alright, so if you guys have heard this trick before, look, you can't keep track of 5 cards because you got 2 eyes, and so here, let me just make it more fair. I'm going to take the ace out, and so now there's fewer cards, so you should be able to follow along. You know, that's dedication right there, Chan. eRoom dedicated a whole slot, an emote slot, to an emote for your stream. That means a lot, right? Like, so props. Hold on, I'm moving the chair here. Okay. All right, here we have the 2. So now you're going to try and follow the 2 instead. Once again, I'm going to place the 2 in the middle of the packet. It's not on the top. It's not on the bottom. But if I go ahead and I snap, that's actually going to make the 2 jump up to the top. I know, it gets repetitive really fast, which is why I think this might not be like a trick that's super favorable anymore. It also takes a long time, but you know, again, a snap makes the 2 come back up to the top. That's okay. 4 cards, 2 eyes, you can't follow because your eyes can't follow. So I'm going to take out another card. So now there's only 3 cards. We'll do something different with the 3. So look, if I take the 3 and I place it in between the 4 and the 5, if I give it a shake instead of snapping, that's actually going to make the 3 turn itself face down. I know, it's super strange. And look, if I turn the 4 and the 5 face down and I place the 3 back in between, if I give that a shake, that's actually going to turn the 3 back up. Is that strange? Super strange, right? That's okay. You can't follow along because there's 3 cards and you only have 2 eyes. Presumably. I'm going to remove that. And if I show you, we have the 4 and the 5. So look, if I grab the 4 and I place it underneath the 5, if I snap, that's going to make the 4 hop back up to the top. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? But actually, here's the interesting thing. If I show you that I'm actually going to grab the 4 explicitly, like this, and actually, wait. There should be no excuse to following this now, right? Because there's 2 cards and you have 2 eyes. But you know what? Let me just go ahead and remove the 4. So we'll take the 4 out, and there's only 1 card left, and it's the 5, right? But if you guess it was the 5, maybe you're a little bit wrong here, because I normally like to use the card of the person who requested the trick, and so we haven't seen the Queen of Clubs, and so I need to make this be the Chen the Magic Man Queen of Clubs. And that, my friends, is too many cards, or too much cards. You know what you should do, Chan, is you should learn this trick, and then you should call your handling of it too much cards. Like, you should have pattern built out for it. And that's what you should do. Whoops. Sorry, I was playing around with another layout for another scene, and I accidentally just clicked on it just now. Okay, FYI, I don't know if I had made a mistake there. I think I may have... You saw nothing? Alright, perfect. Okay. And I was like, oh no! But maybe I didn't, like, expose anything too early. It was just... So there's the difference between having, like, the camera over there and me being the magician over here, and it's like, I see things at a different angle, and it's like, oh no, this is not good to see right now. So, alright, let's see. I'm going to throw in a... Okay, so let me find the queens, and we'll do a trick using the queens. Okay, so here's the other trick that I'm kind of working on that I don't have any solid pattern for it yet. So if I stumble through this, you guys get to see something in the making, right here on stream. Okay. All right, so I'm going to need the box for this, and I do want to reveal that there's nothing in the box. It is currently an empty box. Whoops, there you go. Okay. And then we have the Queen of Diamonds, the Queen of Hearts, the Queen of Spades, and the Queen of Clubs. And what I want to do here is I'm just going to leave the 4 queens over here just for a second. And we're going to take one card and we're going to place it into the box. So in this case, it'll be the 8 of Spades. So here, 8 spades. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and place the Ace of Spades into the middle into the box like this. Okay, now we're going to need another card selected. And actually, let me leave everything on camera here. If anybody would like to select a card, now is a good time. If you are on desktop, you can click directly on the screen and we'll hopefully see a heat map. And I think I fixed it. I hope I fixed the heat map. So everything should be pretty accurate. Maybe not exactly where you click, but within like a couple of pixels. So, all right, I see this one. That will be our second selection. Once again, it doesn't really matter that I know what it is. Oh, we saw another one up here. I think it was like the third one, right? Okay. All right, let's duke it out between those two. So we have one here and one here. All right, any tiebreakers? Somebody changed their mind. All right, they've been sold now to change to this one. All right, so we're legitimately going to lose this one, and then we're going to see what this is, and then we'll legitimately lose this one. Okay, so the card that we have here, the second selection, is the Jack of Spades. So we'll go ahead and do that. You're probably wondering why I'm typing those in chat. So because I'm not inherently remembering this trick, so I'm trying to remember the trick, and then also have to remember the 2 cards that get selected. So yeah, in this case, all right, Jack of Spades. All right, now we're going to lose the Jack of Spades into the middle of the deck, like that. Okay. Okay. And we can even give it a couple of shuffles, cuts. There we go. And let me go ahead and grab these. Delicious. Okay. Okay, so now with the queens here, what we want to do is something super interesting. If I go ahead and I show you that I'm going to be wait, what do I do here? Oh yeah, right here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and leave the 2 red queens here on the table. And I'm going to take the 2 black queens. Actually, let me turn one of them over because so here's the 2 black queens face to face. And so here's one black queen, and then here's the other one. And we're going to go ahead and place this into the box. So right now we have the 2 black queens in the box with the 8 of Spades. And then we have the 2 red queens in here with the Jack of Spades. Sorry. Jack of spades, ace of, eight of spades. See, I don't remember. That's why I put them in chat. I don't remember how this trick's supposed to go. Okay, so wait, we have the eight of spades in here and the jack of spades in here. I'm going to grab the jack of spades from in the deck with the two red queens. Okay, here we go. See, this is already, not perfect, but that's okay. Look, I'm going to go ahead and grab a card with the two red queens. And so this is the jack of spades. And there we have the eight of spades. So hold on. So the eight of spades, if the eight of spades is here, then what's in the box? So now if we go ahead and take the cards out of the box and I show you that the two black queens are here, including Shan the Magic Man, the magical one, then this should be the jack of spades? No, that's not even the jack of... See, this doesn't even work. All right. Okay, guys, we're gonna do that one again. But now that the jig is up, okay. Now that the jig is up, we're gonna see how we mess that up. Okay. All right. Yeah. Rip. Okay. Okay. Starting that again. Okay. All right. Here we go. Starting over. Okay. See, I'm going to get this right this stream. So, but FYI, if anybody didn't know, I did this twice at the beginning of this stream. The first time I messed it up. The second time, I did it okay. And that was the third time I messed it up. So, in order to keep at least 50% or better, I have to nail it this time. All right. So, here we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 queens, diamonds, hearts, and spades, and clubs. So, I'm going to go ahead and leave the queens over here. We're going to need to put a card in the box, which is currently empty. All right, cool. All right, the box is empty. We're just going to speed run through this, right? Okay, 6 of spades. Why the hell are all the cards that are going in the box spades? All right, 6 of spades. All right, so we're going to put that in the box. All right, 6 spades. Okay, cool. All right, now we're going to, I'm going to dispense with the selection because we're just going to pick one. Here it is. There's the card. That's our selection. Here it is. Ace of clubs. All right. You know what? We succeeded with the ace of clubs last time. So maybe this is a good omen. Okay, so now I have to make sure that life goes according to plan. So look, we're going to go ahead and place that into the middle of the deck, like so. And then we have our 4 queens, and here we're going to go ahead and show you that we're going to be doing something interesting with the 2 red queens, and we're going to leave the 2 red queens here, and we're going to go ahead and take the 2 black queens. Let me actually turn one over, and we're going to put these face to face, so we have the 2 black queens face to face. So there's one here, and then there's one there, and now we're going to place the 2 black queens here into the box like this. Okay, Big Ducky Snow says, I am one tired ducky, so gonna hit the lights and hop on board the Dreamland Express. Peace, love. Peace, love. Dreamland. Okay. Express, and then love to see you. I shall lurk and shall see you all in my dreams. And another stream. All right. Have a good night, Steven. Thanks for hopping in. Have a glorious evening. Sleep well. Okay, cool. So theoretically, 6 of spades in the box, ace of clubs in the deck. Going to use the 2 red queens to try and steal out the ace of clubs from the deck. Thank you for the follow, Big Ducky Snow. Greatly appreciate it. So now we have this. Am I following you? I better be following you. I'm pretty sure I'm following you. Twitch has been known to take follows. Okay, I am already following you. All right. Awesome. Cool. And now this should be the ace of clubs, which is what the pattern should claim. But as we all know, because we just saw the trick, it's going to be the 6 of spades. Because there it is, 6 of spades. And now, if the 6 of spades is here, but this was the one that we put in the box initially, if I take out the cards and I show you If there's a card in between the two black queens, this should be, if I succeeded, the ace of clubs. And that, my friends, is a successful performance of this trick. Okay. Anyway, brand new one I'm working on. It's not there. It's not there yet. So that's as good as we gonna get. But yeah, even as you can see, like as a magician, like doing things and then you mess up. But like if you pay very close attention, there are sometimes adjustments that the audience might be able to see, and then there's other times in which you cannot see the adjustment, but I did one. Like, and so that's super interesting. Okay. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man, E-Room. Have a good night, Big Ducky Snow. Thank you for the applause, Chan. Greatly appreciate it. Okay. All right. Let's see. We're going to do something with, so I got some new coins. I have more half dollars. And we're just going to do coin matrix Al. Okay, all right, I got the right one, but I have to specify Al. So these are just half dollars. They are where did the quarters go? Oh no, I put all my quarters away. All right, so now we're doing things with half dollars. They are slightly bigger than quarters, but yeah. So we're gonna do the basic coin matrix with these. So hopefully it works out okay. Oh, I have to put these kind of like in a square or rectangle. And then we're gonna try and cover each one. So this may or may not be any more difficult than usual because the coins are bigger. I'm not used to doing it with these big coins here. And then we'll go from there. Okay, so first things first, let's go ahead and teleport this coin from here to there. And 1, 2, 3, it happens very fast. This one up there. 1, 2, 3, it happens very fast. 1, 2, 3, it happens very fast. There we go. Okay, whew, all right. I think that was okay, but yeah, the bigger coin's a little bit rough to handle, I think. All right, and then I probably shouldn't try this out, but we're gonna do it anyway. So, cardless coin matrix. These are much bigger than I'm used to for the cardless version. So, all right, first things first, we have our 4 coins here, and then hands are empty, and first one is going to do this. Second one, we're going to do this. Third one, we're going to go ahead and do this. And then we have 1, 2, 3 over here, and then we have 1 over there, and let's go ahead and do the last one. And there we have our 4, and there we have it. And that, my friends, is cardless coin matrix with bigger coins. I'm going to say still doable. I think I did okay. Wasn't as comfortable on my side, so I need to get comfortable with the bigger coins because I think it's more visual. All right. Boom, boom. All right, cool. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man, E-Room. The one thing that I will say is that doing this trick is way easier with the big coin. So, so here we have a coin. It's a half dollar. So now if I was to grab it, it really is in there because I didn't use my magic wand to make it disappear. See? But and now if I was to go ahead and I use the magic wand, so now if I grab the magic wand and I just 1, 2, 3, it actually makes the coin disappear. There we go. A lot of people wonder where it is. It's actually here inside of the Sharpie. There we go. Importantly, I did not mark myself with the Sharpie because I've done this trick and I marked myself with the Sharpie before. So, uh, I mean, it goes away. It washes off. Or, your skin with it peels off. Whatever. But, yeah, the important part about that trick is not that you pull it off. The important part is that you don't mark yourself with a Sharpie. That's the most important part of the trick. E-Room, thank you for the wow. And thank you kindly for the claps. E-Room, have you seen that before? I mean, maybe not from me, but have you seen that in general before? Just making a coin disappear and then reappear in a Sharpie. As you can imagine, the fact that the coin is in the Sharpie, you have to not mark yourself with it. That's very important. No, it was a cool trick. Awesome. I'm glad you'd never seen that before and you saw it first here with me. Not original by any means. I learned it from the internet, but yeah. Okay, all right. Let's see here. Oh yeah, that's right. I was actually saying that I need to do all of the boss tricks because I had 3 and they hadn't been requested in a bit, I think. So let me prepare for one, and then we're gonna do it. And then we'll go from there. Oh, and if you've been sitting around for a while and you haven't hydrated for a bit, please hydrate. Okay, let's see. How should I do this? Very carefully. And then we have this. Okay, all right, here we go. So, oh yeah, before we get started, this is a boss trick. This is actually the last one. Once we nail this one, or persist it, then we hit up all the boss tricks that were pending. So, today was a good day for it, because it's a little bit quiet. That means a lot less risk. By the way, when there's new people in the stream, I'm always like, I want to impress those new people. I want those new people to come back and have a good time. So, hey. Pantalime, welcome in, Pantalime. How's it going? Are you doing that just to get my attention? 'Cause you got it. All right, but hello, welcome in. Thank you kindly for the bang. That's anyway. Okay. All right, this is an yeah, bang, haha, good to be here. All right, awesome. All right, so this one is the last boss trick. Oh yeah, did we do boss? Yeah, okay. So this is an ace collection trick. Okay, so we have all 4 aces. We have the ace of hearts, the ace of clubs, the ace of diamonds, and the ace of spades. Let's go ahead and hold out the ace of spades because the ace of spades is going to be the leader ace. How a lot of ace assembly tricks work is that the leader ace tends to collect all of the other aces. And so I'm going to go ahead and lay all of the other aces out, actually. So like this. And then the reason why this trick is a boss trick is I have to kind of remember what to do here because it's always tough to remember what to do here. So please hold as I figure out what to do here. Okay, that's right. I'm going to turn this face down. And we're going to try and get all of the aces to jump here. But look, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place some other cards. So in this case, some red 5 here with the ace of spades. And then we're going to go ahead and place 3 cards onto this card, this ace over here. But all we have to do is snap. And that ace has hopped from here to here. Because, if I show you, there's no aces here. Actually, there's our 5. It has swapped places with this ace, the ace of hearts. Okay, next up, let's play some other card down here. And we're going to place 3 other cards on top of this ace. If I snap, that next ace is going to swap places with this card. Because, look, if I show you, there's no aces over here. That ace has hopped down here, the ace of clubs. Now, some people think shenanigans, and to that I would say, you're watching a sleight of hand magic stream, so, what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and leave the ace of diamonds here, and the thing is, if you were here, I would have you place your hand, let me turn this face down, I would have you place your hand on top of this card, and then there'd be no way for me to get to it without you knowing, right? And I'm going to leave these other 3 aces face down here. And then we're going to add a couple other cards. I'll simulate your hand by placing my mouse on it. There's nothing weird about the mouse. I'm just going to put it right there. Oh, actually, lift your hand. I'm just going to place 3 other cards there. And I promise you, at the end of this trick, all of the aces will be together. So let's go ahead and grab some other card. We'll place it down here. There's a red 6 or something. And all we have to do is... you might have just seen me do 3 snaps there, and it's because, well, now we're going to need all of the aces to be together, but instead of moving the 1, I actually moved all 3 of the aces under your hand. And so if you were here, you can then remove your hand. Yeah, oh, snap, snap, snap! That's right, exactly. And now, if you were here, you could take a look. I don't have to touch these cards, but since you're not here, I'd have to flip them over. But you could flip them over, and you could see that all 4 aces or underneath your hand. And you're probably wondering, wait, what other cards are down here? It doesn't really make any sense. Well, that's okay. You have all the best cards there, and I took all of the second best cards down here, because these are all... And some people think the queens are the next... the kings are, but these are actually all the queens. Because Chan the Magic Man signed one of them, and so therefore they're magical. And that, my friends, is Hitchcock aces. I'll call that a successful performance. So, we beat the boss. All right. And full disclosure, that is probably the most difficult trick, I think, in the repertoire on my trick list. Because I'm always like scared to do it when it gets requested or randomly chosen. It is very sleight intensive. I have to remember a bunch of things. Like you guys saw, I had to pause in there. It's like, what the heck do I do next? But otherwise, I was generally happy with that performance. So it was okay. A-okay. All right. Let's see. Last call. So I think I'm probably gonna shoot for ending in the next like 20 minutes or so. So if anybody would like... You had me by the hitch on that one. So yeah, if anybody wants to see any more magic, put it in the queue. We will obviously end the stream with one more, with at least a finale trick. So we'll do all the requests and then a finale trick, and then we'll find somebody to raid. So, but let's see, Charlie's Beats has requested a trick. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and find... Let's find some cards. And it is the Restless Lady. And then we'll find a finale trick and we'll put it in the queue and then we'll go from there. Okay. I don't want this one. I want this one. Okay. Boom, boom, ba-dum. And then... There. Okay. Oh, wait. Let me find... Sorry, I'm just trying to find. You know what? I'm gonna use. I never use this for this trick, so we're gonna use this. Okay. Okay, this is called the Restless Lady. But instead of making it a lady today, this is the card that I never use for this trick. So let's go ahead and do it today. So I have a 6 of diamonds, a 6. Wait, this is not the diamond. All right, I'm restarting, but not because I messed up. I am just stupid. 7 of diamonds. Sorry. It's not going to make sense. All right. Okay. Here we go. We have the 6 of diamonds, the 7 of diamonds, 8 of diamonds, 9 of diamonds, and here's the card that I never use, the Joker. So the Joker is a jokester. The Joker is the one who likes to go and mingle with everybody who has the diamonds. We can almost argue that the Joker is hanging out with them because the diamonds believe that the Joker is a gold digger. And so, look, if we find a way to remove the Joker from amongst all of the diamonds, right? We will just, if we just give the Joker a chance to hop back and hang out with the diamonds, they will find a way. Here is the Joker. And so, oh wait, what am I doing? I'm just mixing up tricks on my head. All right, this might actually make this a boss trick because I was like, wait a second, I never mess up this trick. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and try to forcibly remove the Joker once again from the diamonds. But if we give that Joker a chance to come and hang out with these diamonds, it will find a way to hang out with the diamonds. Is that strange? Super strange, right? But look, if we go ahead and remove the diamond, remove the Joker from amongst the diamonds, all we have to do is give the Joker an excuse to come hang out with the diamonds, and the Joker will go ahead and do that. And so here's the other thing, right? So we have just a diamond left, but if we go and try and look for that diamond, we find out that the Joker has found their way into hanging out with all of the diamonds. And if we equate this to Twitch streamers, let's say they were all different Twitch chats, you can see that the Joker is in all of the different Twitch streamers' Twitch chats. And you find out over time that the Joker was not a gold digger at all. The Joker just wanted to hang out. And so here's the thing. Over time, you find out that the Joker, I mean, you know, the Joker likes to joke, but was not a gold digger at all. Just wants to hang out, have fun, have a good time. And here are all of the diamonds. And they chat and is like, you know, the Joker isn't really like a gold digger. The Joker is just a joker. I mean, look, the Joker redeems all sorts of things, donates bits, resubs, and subs all the time. And this was requested by Charlie's Beats, and I normally like to use the card that of the person who requested this. And I know that Charlie's Beats has requested the Ace of Spades. And so, if we show you, the person that was in all of the chats that was hanging out was not a gold digger, but was our chat famous person, Charlie's Beats, the whole time. That, my friends, is the Restless Charlie. Yeah, I don't think Charlie wants to be known as a lady. I'm just gonna put that out there. But the Restless Charlie, that sounds like a great opera right there. That'd be wonderful. Thank you kindly for the claps. E-Room, Chan. Oh, Ricky Charms, welcome in. How's it going? Thanks for the number 1. And Charlie's Beats has got the dancing emote. Well, thank you kindly for the claps, Pantomime. Woohoo! Clap. And, oh, welcome back, Wiglef. Thank you, Kelly, for the claps, Wiglef. All right. Okay. And today I think I've decided what I would like to close the stream out. We're about to end, but if anybody who is just hopped in wanted to request anything, um, I did do a last call. So if anybody wants to put something in there, wants to see something else, feel free. But let's see, Picasso. So I think today I've decided we'll end with Picasso Aces. And then now is a good time for everybody to guys, if you are not following our mods here today, please give our mods a follow. I request you have a great day. Thank you kindly, Pantomime. Greatly appreciate it. Thanks for the stream. Guys, if you're not following Chan the Magic Man, please give Chan the Magic Man a follow. Chan the Magic Man, one of the other few magician streamers on Twitch that has a regular magic schedule. Normally does Magic Mondays, but just has completed an entire week of magic streams. So give him a follow, check him out. And also, if you're not following our mod Gibson Lens, please give Gibson Lens a follow. Pianist, likes to sight read from songbooks, plays a bunch of VGM, pop, popular music, esoteric music, as we sometimes call it, and then also has a lot of his original, composed his own originals. So I saw you shouted to me earlier during my stream in my recent events. Lol. Awesome, yeah. Yeah, we shouted you out because I was telling people you were doing a week of magic. So, all right, let's see. So anyway, thank you everybody for coming to hang out with us today. If it wasn't for you guys, this wouldn't be as much fun for me. So if you requested a trick, interacted with the stream, clicked on the heat map, thank you so much. If you were lurking, thank you so much for lurking, because if it wasn't for you guys, I would just be fiddling with cards. The magic has to happen in your mind, because magic's one of those weird things where it's like, if I perform music, I could enjoy the music while I perform it. But if I perform the magic, there's no magic happening to me, like, right? So, and then also, as a general disclaimer, everything that you've seen here today is can be achieved with sleight of hand card magic. I don't do black magic, no sorcery. I haven't signed any deals with the devil. I mean, and even if any of that was true, I would claim this anyway. So, I guess what difference does it make? All right. Also, if you want to see any more of me, and I'm not around because I only stream once a week normally, and Sleight of Hand Sundays is kind of like the best schedule for me at the moment. So, but if you want to see more of me, you can check out my YouTube channel. I have a ton of magic tricks. If you want to see more magic, there's a playlist specifically for just magic tricks. I have over 270 magic tricks published on my YouTube channel. You can check out that. If you ever want to see my VODs, you can check out my VODs. Excellent. And then thanks for the dance, Ricky Charms. If you want to see more, you want to catch the other magic Twitch streamers, there aren't that many of us. There's only 4 of us, so you can check them out here. Okay. All right. Let's see. Did I miss anything? I think that was everything. Oh yeah. I have to set up. So I'm going to set up for this final trick. The finale trick. It's called Picasso Aces. And then we'll perform it, and then we will go find somebody to raid, and then we'll go from there. Oh, reminder, strong possibility that I'm canceling next week's stream. If I get super ambitious, I might just have it randomly another day. But you can see all the updates either on Twitch, in my schedule on Twitch. So, because I have some family visiting from out of town, so chances are I will just be hanging out with family, and yeah. And when I say out of town, it's not like 50 miles out of town. It's like 1,300 miles from out of town. So it's like, oh yeah, instead of streaming, let's hang out. Like, okay, all right. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway. Okay, and now we have Picasso aces, and then we'll find somebody to raid. All right, cool. So first things first, I have a deck, and I'm going to spread just to show that the blue-backed cards, these aces did not come from this deck. These aces are from a different deck because they're red-backed. So if I show you ace of hearts, red, ace of clubs, ace of diamonds, ace of spades. Now with these four aces, I want to do something interesting here. I'm going to go ahead and lay them out. You guys had just seen an ace assembly with Hitchcock aces. This is a similar kind of idea. It's an ace assembly, but it's going to be a lot more visual because I'm going to place all of these aces out like this, and they're red backed. So it's very clear. Now, I'm going to go ahead and place a few cards onto each of the packets, like this. And we're going to use them to try and do some magic. Okay, we're going to square up all these packets. Okay, first things first, you can still tell that there is an ace here in this packet. And you can still see it up until the last second until I grab it, but not physically, metaphysically. And I've just swapped it with a blue card from this packet. Because now if I show you, all of these cards are blue backed and there's no aces here. Now, before we just had the one ace of spades that was red, but now if I show you, there's actually two red and two blue, right? So here's a blue, red, red, blue. So now it's 2 and 2. Okay. Here, same thing. We can go ahead and just grab it, swap it for a blue one. So now if I show you, wow, I almost dropped that packet. I think it would have been okay, but look. All of the cards are blue backed, and if we take a look, none of these are aces. It's funny that they're all red though. And now if we take a look up here, before we had 2 and 2, 2 blue, 2 red, there should only be 1 blue and 3 red now, right? Because look. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? And then finally, some people would believe that there's some shenanigans afoot, and to that I would say you are correct because you are watching a sleight of hand card magic stream. But look, here, if I show you the back, that's still red. If I show you the front, it's the ace of diamonds. And if I place the ace of diamonds in amongst the cards, you can tell that it's still there because you see the red back there, and if I show you the front, it's the ace of diamonds still. But if I close that up and do that little switchy thing, that's a very technical term. It's a very technical magical term, switchy thing. But the switchy thing has now done the switchy thing. That's because now if I show you, all the cards are blue backed, and if I show you all of the faces, none of them are aces. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? And now if I show you all of the cards here, they should all be red. 1, 2, 3, 4 red backed cards. And if I show you, they are the ace of diamonds, ace of spades, ace of clubs, ace of hearts. And that, my friends, is Picasso aces. And I'll call that a successful finale. All right. Oh, thanks for catching that, Chan. Excellent. Thank you kindly for the claps and the applause. Chan the Magic Man, E-Room, Wiglef. Thank you so much. All right. Yeah, if you guys want to follow along with the raid, feel free to copy one of the raid calls. I don't even know who we're raiding yet, so let's figure that out, and then we'll go from there. And then if all else fails, I will have to consult my handy-dandy stream spreadsheet to see who we're going to raid. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people streaming right now. Oh, hold on, wait. There's somebody streaming that we've never raided. Let me mute. Let me see. God, Cashmere Feline is on. Yeah, Cashmere Feline has been streaming every day because she needs to do productivity to get her dissertation. Um, I think we rated her last time, right? So, yeah, we rated her last week. Oh no, this person has been streaming for 6 hours and they are running their credits to leave. So, okay, we're not going to go over there. um, let's see here. When was the last time we rated this person? It has been, let me see here. When it was 5/12. That was like a month ago. Okay, we could go there. Oh, wait. I don't know. That person's not doing music. Okay. Hold on. That person's playing a game that I've never played. Normally, if I play right into somebody who's playing a game, I either have to know them well or at least played the game before. Okay. You know what? Okay, let's go over to the person we haven't rated in a month. Okay, so let's head over to the keyboard grinder. The keyboard grinder. Okay, because we haven't been over there for a bit. Oh, hold on. I did the wrong command. Rating the keyboard grinder. Haven't been over there for a bit. Okay, and then do the actual raid. The keyboard grinder. Okay. I'm going to start the raid and then, all right, thanks everybody for coming to hang out today. Hopefully everybody had a great and safe and wonderful Independence Day holiday if you celebrated it, if you were in the United States or anywhere else that celebrates it. Thanks for coming to hang out with me today. I know that stream was a little bit slow and I did mess up a lot more than usual, but we took the risk to do a lot more than I normally do. So we tried a couple of new tricks at the beginning of a stream, then we did them again at the middle of a stream. And then we did all of the boss tricks, which I don't normally do. I wait for other people to request them, but you know, we hit them all today, so I was really happy about that. So anyway, thank you so much, everybody. Today we're going to be heading out and raiding out to the keyboard grinder, jazz pianist or keyboardist, friendly guy, Canadian, and I really enjoy it, just like listening to his streams. So if you have not been over there, we're going to head over there. All right. Everybody take care of yourselves. Remember to hydrate, remember to stretch, and have a glorious day, have a glorious week, or 2 weeks, and we'll see you around. All right. Bye.